Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. You're watching Freakin Gaming. Oh, one moment. And enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Freakin Gaming, and sitting down to the gaming drag today. I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Remember the Flowers. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some boss rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming not safe for work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Let's go. Alright. Yep. Alright, first one, my phone. Yeah, there we go. I'm sure I've broken my fair share of bones, too. I think I might be dying. Takes all my energy to even lift my head. Consider that payback for what you did to my men, Cyrus Cantwell. He turns his attention back toward Aaron. He once again grabs him by the neck, this time with enough force that Aaron starts to salivate all over the rhino's arm. You don't mind if I do the same to him, right? King laughs as he readies a baseball bat, sizing up Aaron, before slamming him in the gut with it. Oh. I know Aaron wants to scream in pain, but he can't. I can't even cry. There's no way I can slow time again, let alone stand up. Must be something I can do, right? Kai, can you hear me? Yes, operator. Mental link is unstable, but still viable. Please tell me, what can I do to take him down? You're smart. You must be able to come up with something. Please. A pistol materializes into my hand. After analyzing the hardness of the target's neck, based on your strike, I have come up with one possible solution. I feel something else in the palm of my hand. It's an empty casing. Chance of failure is 86% your current condition. And my lodestar. I will accommodate the best that I can. Thank you, Kai. I feel like I'm still slow at times as I force my body to work. My fingers are so shaky that I nearly drop the blue gem as I try to load it into the damn thing. Pushing the casing, I load the gun. I ready myself. My first instinct isn't King's head, but rather his arm. I need to get him off Aaron somehow. I can feel the gun start to rev up, which didn't happen before. I'm not even sure what's going to happen, but I have to try. For him. Ready to fire, operator. When I pull the trigger, I expect to hear something loud. Well, I do. I also see something so bright that I have to immediately close my eyes. What the fuck? Jesus! It feels like an eternity for the brightness to die down, even longer before I get the courage to open my eyes. When I do, I feel nothing but relief. Aaron is choking up a storm, but he's breathing. King is screaming and I can barely hear him on account of my ringing ears. He's clutching his new stump of an arm. Whatever shot out of the gun blew a hole right through it. He's not bleeding either. I can only assume the blast was hot enough to cauterize it. I can't help but smile. I did something useful. My smile fades as he turns his attention to me. I see him mouthing something. A look of fear takes over his face as he looks back at the entrance to the alley. I'm not sure what it could be. I can't move anymore. I've expected him to try to finish us off. Instead, he takes both Patsy and Saber over his shoulder. He then sprints away. Damn, Cyrus. It's a damn energy cannon. He then sprints away. I had a shaky exhale before slowly turning my head to see what spooked him so much. Thankfully, I don't have to wait too long as Silver and Rose rush to the scene. Silver heads over to me immediately, checking my vitals with his paw. He looks absolutely mortified. He calls something out to Karen. My hearing is slowly starting to come back. Grab everything you can. We're getting the hell out of here. I'm on it, don't worry. What about the bikes? Can you ride with Cyrus like that? Of course I can. Don't insult me. I smirk. Even while knocking on death's door, it's nice to hear some friendly banter again. Silver doesn't even bother to get me to walk. He gives me a piggyback ride, did most of the work to get me on his back. It's kind of funny to be carried like this by someone shorter than me. It's about all the humor I can find in this situation. As Silver takes me away, I slowly turn my head to see how Aaron's doing. Karen is a little bit slower, but she's still able to carry him with relative ease. I arch my eyebrows in worry. I can't speak, so that's all I can do. Karen sees me and gives me a wink. Don't sweat it, Cyrus. He's been through worse. He'll be fine. I promise. She emphasizes that for me. I smile back at her. The last bit of my stamina gives out as I rest my head against Silver's shoulder. I don't think I can sleep in my current condition. I'm scared that I won't wake back up. My last struggle of the day is to make it back home without passing out. Still, I can rest easy. I was able to do something. You blew a dude's fucking arm off. That's crazy. The next day, and resume. Chapter 16. Fateful Encounter. Because we got paid yesterday, I took it upon myself to order some small kitchen appliances for our room. While the cafeteria has good food, I'm getting a little sick of being recognized because of my stupid collar. Now I can at least enjoy a quiet meal by myself from time to time, or with Benji. I did have to install some shelves for extra storage, but it wasn't that difficult. Thankfully, there's just enough counter space for a mini fridge and a microwave. Since everything is fresh and empty, I figured it's time to go grocery shopping. I pull up my Axiom screen while walking out to text Vivian to see if she wants anything. As soon as I open the door, I'm greeted by someone familiar. Ah, goody. Lance, I was just about to knock. Great. What do you want? It's my day off. Now, don't be testy. Are you free at the moment? No, I'm going shopping. The shops will be open well into the evening. There's something I want you to see. Artemis chuckles to himself. And trust me, it's a sight you won't want to miss. Right. Can I go now? Artemis stops laughing and gives me a serious look. This is an order, spoil sport. It has to do with the team you'll be working with in the future. Fucking fine. Let's go. I got shit to do. Wonderful. To the underground elevator we go. Fuck me. You know, water time. Ugh. Artemis takes me down a path of the base I haven't been to before. Anytime I try to ask where we're going, he shoots me down, telling me not to ruin the surprise. I swear this has to be the most convoluted way to travel. We're finally in the elevator. Artemis speaks up. Should you ever get seriously injured while on the job, rest assured you'll be taken care of here. This is where we take care of our VIP patients, though it's been a while since we've had to resort to extensive treatment. Artemis keeps snickering to himself. Just before we hit our destination, Artemis takes his acting screen out and materializes a pair of baskets. One for each of us. I can't wait to see the look on his face. Keep me in suspense, why don't you? How long do I have to stay? I honestly can't imagine living a life as dull as yours. I'll let you know when I start caring about what you think. Maybe you'll stop wasting your time. Oh, believe you me, watching you is never a waste of time. I let out a subdued growl, but don't have a chance to retaliate more as the bell dings and the door opens. Artemis adjusts his collar before stepping into the hall, motioning for me to follow him. With a grunt, I do as I'm told, again. Like Vivian's section of the underground, this area seems a lot more normal. It reminds me of the hospital floors up above, though noticeably more quality. That's saying something considering how rich the upstairs looks. They should be in room F, which is right down this hall. Artemis raises his Axiom up to a sensor in front of the door. After a short beep, the door slides open. The smell of seared flesh hits my nose rather quickly. An annoyed groan from inside soon follows after. Oh, fuck. What the hell do you want, Weasel? Oh, come now. Don't be like that, King. I come bearing gifts. Unless that includes your resignation letter, I'll pass. I have enough headaches as it is. Sir, please keep the door closed. But of course. Come now, Lance. We walk into the rather spacious hospital room. Three of the 8 beds are occupied with 4 nurses working. 2 of them are trying to take care of a giant rhino. They start to apply some kind of liquid to what I assume is all that's left of his arm. He sucks in air through his teeth. Jesus, fuck, be careful with that shit. My apologies, we're almost done. Artemis inhales deeply and then exhales happily. Glad to see you're recovering well. Artemis, I really don't have the patience to deal with you right now. Aw, so you normally put up with me. I knew we had a good thing going. The rhino tries to sit up, but one nurse keeps him flat in the bed. A female hound is taking charge of the rhino's treatment. Is she the head nurse? Please remain still. Artemis, you should know better than to antagonize a fellow leader. Sorry, protocol slipped my mind for a moment. Artemis heads over to the rhino's bed. He places the basket on his chest. We got you some necessities for when you're discharged, along with those awful protein bars you're a fan of. That should get open. Need a hand? Need a hand? I've never seen Artemis fail so hard at holding his laughter in. Maybe that's what he's going for. The Rhino looks like he's seeing red, clenching his fist hard enough for the veins in his one arm to bulge. Mr. Artemis! The nurse readies a hand, and then to my surprise smacks the weasel across the face. It sounded pretty hard. Much to her dismay, all it did was knock his head to the side a little. I can smell a hint of iron in the air. Artemis sticks a thumb to the corner of his mouth and licks the trickle of blood. He's still smiling. As strong as ever, Serenity, and do accept my most sincere apologies. If you keep on with your nonsense, I'll be forced to write a report. And don't forget, you can be held accountable just like the rest of us. Oh, I'm well aware of that, thank you. Damn, she's swole as fuck. Then the nurse turns her attention to me. Maybe it's just because I'm on edge a bit here, but I nearly jump out of my skin. And you, speak. What business do you have here? He's with me. I'm here to introduce him to his soon-to-be boss. What, him? The Rhino looks me over. He scoffs and waves me off. I already have a crew. And look what happened there. I was taken by surprise. I can see that's not all that was taken. I can see the nurse's hackles raise as she steps toward the weasel. He raises his hands in defense. Sorry, won't happen again, promise. She huffs before getting back to work. So, Artemis's voice shifts to a more serious tone. And tell me what happened. We found her run away by sheer dumb luck while roaming the streets. One thing led to another, and this is how we ended up. King uses his thumb to point behind him towards his team. Despite their battered appearances, they're both sleeping soundly in their beds. Artemis clicks his tongue. I never expected you to lose a fight like that. Does Dario know? Does he know? He already ripped me a new one earlier today. That sounds like him. He's already trying to show off his authority. I can't help but roll my eyes. Yeah, well, it wasn't unwarranted. Nearly got myself and my crew killed. Probably going to need a prosthetic to replace the arm I lost. Speaking of, how in the world did that happen? Artemis walks around to the Rhino's left side to get a better look. He picks up a nearby clipboard, skimming through the report. I've never heard of a weapon that could cause damage quite like this. Have you? Beats me. I wasn't paying attention. Before I knew it, there was a blinding blue light. So you know, water time. Whatever that blast was, it went through my arm cleanly. The mechanic I spoke to earlier said he'd probably need to cleave a good chunk of it off. It's all dead at the end of it's all dead at the end now. Where's your axiom? Dunno, it was a bitch getting back here, I'll tell you that. Yeah. I can imagine. So, who was this runaway? Ha! You'll get a kick out of this. I'm sure I will. It was Cyrus Cantwell. Cyrus? Oh, do tell. Artemis looks in my direction, gauging my reactions. I step up to be included in the conversation. I'm curious to know what happened. Apparently he's been hanging out with the Resistance. We just stumbled upon them while at a Golden Requiem. Golden Requiem, huh? That takes me back. We cornered him, but he had some tricks up his sleeve. A white tiger with black eyes joined up with him. I thought we could take them no problem. And we did. I nearly choked the cat to death. I smirk. Then bam! King raises his stump. I didn't have time to finish the job, let alone capture Cyrus. I just took my men and ran. That's certainly not your style. Fuck off! I'm kicking myself just thinking about it. The Rhino locks eyes on me before repositioning himself. Was this about a new team member? As luck would have it, Mr. Krieger spent a considerable amount of time with Cyrus Cantwell. Is that right? Indeed. In fact, he was the one who originally found him after he escaped. Unfortunately, we weren't able to complete the transfer. Regardless, Mr. Krieger should have a wealth of knowledge in regards to Cyrus. I wouldn't say that. We weren't together for very long. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. And if, I'm tired, y'all. I'm gonna head zone out for a while. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!